So, recently I was just scrolling around, and long story short, I remembered this Benzino Eminem diss track that came out a year ago. That was only a year ago. I really thought that came out, like, it felt like it came out a long time ago. No way, really? Oh no, 2024. They re-uploaded it. Okay, never mind. I was about to say it felt like it came out years ago. Even 2024 seems recent. But yeah, I remembered it, and I was just thinking about how it never got a response. I think I watched Doomsday Part Two, and I was just thinking about how it never got a response, and I just thought that whole exchange was funny because even when it came out, I remember, like, I have text messages to prove it. Me talking to friends, like, this is obviously ghost written. Sorry, I'm burping. This is obviously ghost written. Like, you can tell. Like, Benzino has never been a punchline rapper, but then he's also never rhymed more than one syllable at a time in his life. So now he's coming out the gate with these multis and rhyming three syllables at a time. Like, that's just not how this works. That's just not, it just isn't how it works. And so I remember the song, but I just wanted to re-listen to the whole thing, just go down memory lane again. Should I start with Doomsday Part 2? No, I don't think I should. There's no point. I mean, you know what he says. You have a giraffe neck or something. I don't know. He doesn't have a giraffe neck. He has a short neck. He doesn't have a neck. Whatever. I forgot. But whatever. That's whatever. Rap Elvis. I think he dropped another one before that. But again, that one was just horrible. Oh, yeah. On top of that, he dropped one before this. I was horrible. So, like, the jump in quality between that one and then this one was like, what? And then it got proven that he had a ghostwriter. I forgot what his name was. But it got proven that this was written by somebody else. So then it was just like, okay. One, does M need to respond, period, to a Benzino? But then he dissed him first. You know what I mean? So I would say, because he dissed him first, I would say yes, until it got proven that he was a ghostwriter. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, he doesn't need to respond. You know, I'm not battling ghosts. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, you know, who am I talking to? So, but that being said, I just want to check this out. I've never seen the video at all. Like, I've never seen it. I saw clips of it. I thought it was goofy. He's disrespecting Detroit. I remember Trick came out and said something about it. I just wasn't even going to support it by giving it a view. But I mean, it's been so long at this point. It's not, I don't feel like it's supporting it. You know what I mean? But yeah, there we go.
Y'all know what it is. Dogface called the wrong. Report live from the east side of Detroit. And in breaking news, he said he was coming, and he came. No deal. He shot this video for Rap Elvis and Mom Spaghetti.
As I've seen him around, I forgot what his name was, Dogface or something. Is that what it's called? If that's not his name, then that sounds horribly offensive. But like, I really do think that's his name. I might be wrong though. I think it's weird to support. Obviously, I'm from Detroit. I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned that enough times, but like, I got the hat. I mean, like, you put two and two together. But I've seen him around, like, as far as like Detroit news clips and stuff like that. I think he just reports on stuff. But at the same time, like, why would you? It's an odd thing to report on. Like, I wouldn't even want to get attention. Like, I'm just a, you know, viewer of this whole beef and stuff like that. Like, I don't really have a platform, especially at the time. And even then, I wasn't clicking on it to give it a view. You know what I mean? Like, being from Detroit and being, you know what I mean? Like, that was weird to me. So, like, as a person with a platform, I think it's odd to give them a platform. I think Trick spoke on that too. It was like, we got people from the city allowing this to happen, basically, you know, and that was frustrating to him, but it's also frustrating to me, to be honest.
No deal. He shot this video for Rap Elvis and Mom Spaghetti.
So this is My Spaghetti. It's a restaurant downtown Detroit. I haven't been there. I've heard mixed things. I mean, like, no, I haven't heard mixed things. Anybody who's been there says it's good, but then anytime I talk to somebody who's talking about somebody else's opinion, they always say, oh, I heard it was bad. But anytime I've talked to somebody directly who's eaten there, they always say it's good. So I want to go there for myself. But I rarely just want spaghetti, to be honest. I gotta try it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll do the what you got? What is it? I don't know. Just regular. Yeah, regular.
Why are they talking through a crack? Open the window, dang.
There you go. So how's the food there? Pretty good.
Why is the crack in the window so small? Open the window, brother. Is that how they? Are they that scared of getting downtown? No, I didn't like that downtown. It ain't that serious. Downtown. Like, that would get if it was like in certain neighborhoods, but
Rock and roll was a black thing until
maybe it was the way Benzino walked up. Maybe it was just weird. I don't know. It doesn't. It looks like ideally he would want to open because there's a tablet and stuff, so it looks like it's like a touchpad. I don't know what's going on.
So how's the food here? Pretty good?
Who says that? Who walks up and says, "Hey, can I get food? Is the food good?" Why don't you? What? He's gonna say yes. He wants you to buy the food.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see if he leaves a tip.
Rock and roll was
You cut that camera fast.
You can't self-sustain, you too selfish. Wait and listen. You keep saying my name, you put yourself in this position. This what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons. I was minding my business. You wasn't making any type of noise these days, so a choice was made. Clout chase Benzino and Corner Ray.
Yeah, Benzino has never rhymed 3 syllables at a time in his life. Now that's 3. Coil Ray, choice was made. Poison, like, bro, that has never happened. When I first heard that, I'm like, yeah, he has a ghostwriter immediately. Like, immediately.
This what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons. I was minding my business. You wasn't making any type.
That was, I don't know. So at this point, I forgot what his name was, but now I feel like I'm not even criticizing Benzino. I'm criticizing whoever his ghostwriter was. He was a battle rapper. I forgot his name. I think it started with the E. But this is what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons. It's a basketball team. That's like, what does that have to do with anything? That's just stupid. This is so corny. That's like when a wrestler comes out and he's like, "This town sucks, and this town insert town sports team sucks." Like, just to get like a cheap heat, you know? That's corny.
Keep saying my name, you put yourself in this position. This what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons.
Is this the best quality they got?
My business. You wasn't making any type of
Why is the quality so bad?
these days, so a choice was
This is a re-upload, I think.
You still in your annoying phase. Wow. Hey, what do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase.
What do you call when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase.
Noise these days, so a choice was made. Clout chase Benzino and Corner Ray.
Eminem, clout chasing, Coil Ray, and Benzino is hilarious.
Still in your annoying phase. Wow. Hey, what do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase.
What do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Who's he talking? I'm confused. This is gross.
God damn it. This is by far the worst spaghetti that I have ever had in my entire life.
I am the culture. You don't even be around. You don't even
That was so random.
come outside. You don't even see a town. I swear Bezel said the M don't.
That's the part I think he probably wrote. You don't come around, you don't see your town, like the 1 syllable rhymes. No, I guess that's 2. B, C.
You don't even see a town. I swear Bezel said the M don't be showing the city love. Why you ain't got no words for him, huh? He in your city, bro.
Ice Revezo came out afterwards and kind of clarified what he meant and was firmly standing on the side of Eminem in this whole thing. So I think that's dope.
I swear Bezel said the M don't be showing the city love. Why you ain't got.
And he's always showed the city love. Even I had to like backtrack and go back on a lot of things I said or a lot of things I thought about M. Because like I feel like we always think like M doesn't, like M came out, he put on D12, but then since then he's kind of been quiet, hasn't been putting on, Detroit artists or whatever. But that's not true. Big Sean, how many songs has he been on with Big Sean? 2, right? 2, 3, 4. On I Decided, he was on that one song. On Detroit versus Everybody, Friday Night Cypher off Detroit 2, and then on Eminem's last album. So he has 4 tracks with Big Sean. And then on Detroit versus Everybody itself, he put on Dej Loaf. Big Sean was on there. Royce was on there. He's an older artist, but like Royce was on there. Big Sean, who was established at the time. But then we had Dej Loaf and Danny Brown. Now, Danny Brown and Dej Loaf don't. It's hard to say they don't represent a certain aspect of Detroit hip hop. It just feels like the goalpost basically keeps moving, is what I'm saying. And even I did that. even I forgot, and I had to check myself when because I was re-listening to Detroit vs. Everybody. Big Sean barred that up, by the way. I was surprised when I went back and listened to that. It was like every line was a bar from Sean. He might have the best or one of the best verses on there, looking back at it. At least from a bar perspective. But yeah, like maybe Dej Loaf and Danny Brown weren't the people. I think people want Eminem to basically put on like a band gang, like, you know, like artists within like the street realm of hip hop, street realm of Detroit hip hop that have been bubbling for a long time without that mainstream exposure. They want M to bring those people up. But Danny Brown is from Detroit. Dej Loaf is from Detroit, and Dej Loaf was representing that street side of Detroit hip hop. I just don't think she had like a stranglehold on it like some other artists. She kind of just popped, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was there and he put them on. But now he's putting on Babytron, who's from Ypsilanti, so that is still he's putting on Babytron. Like he is doing that. Like he never stopped doing that, and I think. I just don't think he's I think we need to get away from he's not doing something versus he's just not doing something as frequently as we want him to. That's fair. Because there was gaps where he wasn't putting on new artists. From D12. Royce, he did a lot with Royce in that 2010s, early 2010s. But like in general, we just want to see him more active. I don't want to keep yapping about this.
Words for him, huh? He in your city, bro. I wonder why.
Like we wanted to see M with an Icewear Vezo. You know what I mean? We wanted to see that type of thing. But it's also from M's perspective, it's kind of hard when people from this newer generation keep dissing you. You know what I mean? Like T Grizzly. I think Royce was saying he wanted to work with T Grizzly, and then he was on Friday Night Cypher in like 2017 or 2019, 2020. It was 2020. But like he was wanting to work with T Grizzly. Royce said like give him a minute, let him cook, let him establish himself on his own. I might be butchering the story, but I think this is what happened. And then T Grizzly out of nowhere just dissed him. And then M was like, well, there goes that. So it's like it goes both ways, you know.
Just say something. Where Bezel said the M don't be showing the city love.
Basically, this is BS, is what I'm saying.
He in your city, bro. I wonder why. We want to see. Just say something, please. Could it be possibly that you ain't really from them streets? I was born and raised in.
I know people who grew up with M. He is from Detroit.
My city, you should have come for me. I don't know.
Like I can pick up my phone and call people and tell you stories about. I know them. Like I've been told these stories. Like I know people who knew Denon, D12. Like we're in. Like I can verify. Listen to me. I am verifying it. I know that for a fact.
From, let's say Missouri loves company.
Yeah, he's from Missouri, but like he moved here when he was like 12. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you do live in Detroit till you're 12 years old, what did you experience? You know what I mean? You're in the house.
Probably more Detroit than you, cause these real niggas know me.
That's not true.
Benzino got down, and I'm saying Benzino, but when he got down with us, his name was Great Dog. We call it Great Dog.
I was with YBI in 86, yeah, that's my OGs. Four Corners, Columbia Point. My young boys had the Moseys on Dexter with the bomb boys close to me. Okay, you found 50, and you put on 5 Detroit niggas, rest in peace to the best ones, the rest of them sound iffy. So let's go down your stable.
You put on more than that.
Gun left your label, Benny left your label, Khan left your label, Royce left your label.
They fulfilled their contracts. I guess that's different.
Benny left your label.
Benny was never signed.
Khan left your label, Royce left.
Conway and Westside signed a joint album deal, and then they signed individual album deals. So Conway was going to release an album under Shady, which he fulfilled, I believe. Yes, he fulfilled it. Westside Gunn signed a deal, one album deal with Shady. He fulfilled it. Then they had a joint album. That turned out to be the Griselda album that came out that had Benny on it. So it was a 3-album deal. The contract was fulfilled. That's not leaving the label. They just didn't re-sign. Continuing. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of those people, from what I've heard, did not want to leave the label. The only one who wanted to leave was Joe, which obviously messes things up because it's Slaughterhouse. But there is validity because Slaughterhouse itself, you could say, was destroyed by the corporate machine at Shady, Aftermath, Interscope. You could say that. There's an argument there. I think Em would even probably admit to some corporate stuff being at fault there, or just maybe his influence being at fault there, which is why Glass House, that album that was supposed to come out after that, had like no involvement. Em said, I'm hands off. Since people think, I messed this up or whatever the case, you guys do whatever you want. I'm not trying to. But even Slaughterhouse were saying, that whole thing's confusing. They were saying, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to make these radio songs just to show you we could do it. So I don't know. That whole thing's weird.
Yellow Wolf been out there flopping, and where the hell Cassius at though?
First of all, honestly, I didn't. Is Cassius still signed to Shady? No, Cassius just signed to like Conor McGregor's record label or something like that. But that's a whole thing. But Yellow Wolf is not flopping. Yellow Wolf is doing fantastic. You can just off of YouTube numbers, like look at his YouTube number. Like his videos get millions of views. He is a very big artist. He's just not within the realm of hip hop. He has his own lane. Like he's hip hop, but he has his own lane completely. Like he created his own thing, which I think is beautiful. I love Yellow Wolf's music.
From only twice, and not a word from Stat Quo. With all them forced lines that you pitched them.
I don't know the reality or history behind their record deals. I mean, I guess you could say they're not. I don't know.
Shady records sound like less of a name and more like a description. Chain here, a feature there, a side of that. What did he do? And why this cat don't get the type criticism that did he do? Huh?
What? Okay, I guess he's okay. Aside from the other diddler stuff, right? Which obviously that's not what he's talking about at the time. This is a different time. He's talking about, so like Diddy gets flagged for like shelving artists and stuff like that, or like even Dre gets flagged for that. Why? He's basically saying, why doesn't M do that? Why doesn't he get that same flag? Fair point. Not even mad at that. Like just based on what he's saying, his argument that he's making, it's not like a bad argument. So I'm not mad at it.
Rap shit do to you. Since you so hip hop, then you should have went to Nipsey funeral. If you support 50, then why you ain't go to Smoke funeral? And
what does going to somebody's funeral have to do with it? What? You can miss a family member's funeral, still love them, still appreciate it. He probably didn't know either one of them personally at all. I don't know. I'd be surprised. I mean, he probably definitely listened to Pop Smoke just because his relation to 50. I don't know if he listened to Nipsey at all. But he, from what I've seen, he listened to everything, so maybe. This is a BS argument. That was. We're reaching. Talk about I catch you straight. You pull it and squeeze. Didn't he cry on Drink Champs like not too long after this because he was sick of being like bullied by Eminem? Been shot multiple times. What's a bullet to me? Looking at me. Trust my process. I am here to cook in these streets. You missing season like you rookie and B. You call our women black bitches, then play the victim when there's distrust. That was like 30 years ago, brother. Keep using the art form that we created to diss us. They try to rewrite history, make you Elvis a hip hop. But in the store, Slim should be on the shelves next to Slipknot. You say you come from battle rap, but why you don't support none of these battle cats? Drake be at the smack events, where your ass was at. He created Total Slaughter. And then Hollow the Don went on the stage and tried to ruin the entire event. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like people tell him and criticize him, like, why don't you support him more? When he does, people criticize for how much he's supporting, or even before he does, before he even gets the chance to, people diss him. You know what I mean? So like from his perspective, I can't win. Like I'm just gonna stay out of it. You know, you guys wanted me. I'm involved too much. I made Battle Rap 2 mainstream. I was trying to do too much. I'm sorry. I'm out of it. I'll leave you guys alone. Because he was trying to do like the big platform, big stage with the reality show involved. And now they're doing, not now, but then a couple years later, doing caffeine deals. You know what I mean? So like, and then all this high production value and stuff like that. So. Room full of hood niggas back to back and it's action packed and a pop rapper smack dab in the middle. Imagine that. Last time you battled shit was. This isn't as good. You know what's crazy? This is horrible. This is really bad. I remember this being better and thinking like, oh, actually, I might need to respond to this. But like listening back again, this is really bad. And it has nothing to do with the video of him being in Detroit, disrespecting Detroit or whatever. Like, it's weird. Like he's trying to play both sides. Like he's trying to come to the city and be like, oh, I'm in the city doing crazy stuff, kicking over mom's spaghetti sign, disrespecting the city. But then in the same song, be like, oh, I'm really, I got homies in Detroit. What? But this is horrible. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah.
Like 22 years ago versus Marv won. What was the outcome of that matchup? Marv won. You've been afraid you.
He's talking about like a deleted scene from 8 Mile where him and Marv 1 battled and Marv won. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't think that's a bad take. Marv 1 is one of the greatest battle rappers of all time. He follows me on Instagram. Shout out to Marv 1.
Ain't no renegade fam, and you duck my clipper blades, cause you ain't with the fade fam. Me, you and Royce can
This is really bad. This is really bad.
box 2-on-1, y'all get the same hands. I'm in the trench with weight.
That's not true. That's not true. I don't think he wants to see Royce one-on-one.
So when I lift them, they land. I've been a made man, you little mangy minute made man.
Oh, this is so bad. I remember this being so much better. Again, I think it's just because the first one he dropped was so bad. I think it's just the expectation of Benzino. You know what I mean? This is horrible.
And I'm pissing all in your lyrical lemonade stand, my nigga young.
That was your best lyrical lemonade flip you could come up with? Because the Doomsday Part 2 was released on the Lyrical Lemonade channel. That was horrible.
Z dissed you, Milk Bone dissed you, Last Emperor dissed you, Pace One dissed you, real lyricist, but you ain't go back at them, did you? Cause you would rather battle pop stars to get your issue. You like to pick the law.
He battle rapped MGK. Say what you want, MGK can rap. MGK was a rap. Before he went to the punk rock thing, he was a rapper, and he can rap pretty well. Continue. Yeah, I don't think Eminem was scared of any of those guys. And he also has battled plenty of actual rappers.
Elton John, your mom, your ex, Britney Spears, you diss, Lana Del Rey fam, Moby.
I punched Lana Del Rey right in the face twice like Ray Rice in broad daylight in plain sight at the elevator surveillance. Till I had a bangers on my railing. Then go celebrate with the Ravens.
Not Iguodala, the white broad. Is you shitting me? Will Smith, Nick Cannon, Insane Clown Posse. A retired Joe Button. When I tell a lie, stop me.
He dissed Button. I mean, I guess his perspective is you dissed Button when he was retired. You know what I mean? You wouldn't do that when he was active. But he did it. I mean, I don't think he did it expecting Joe not to respond. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be stupid of him to diss somebody as crazy as Joe, like lyrically, and expect him not to respond. It was surprising to me that didn't. Man, that battle would have been fire. Joe Budden, people, if you don't know, Joe Budden is one of the greatest battle rappers of all time, like on wax battle rappers. Same with them. That battle would have been incredible.
Machine Gun Kelly, that boy damn near whipped you. Come on, dog. How Vanilla Ice gon' dish you?
MGK raps 20 times better than Benzino.
If you thought your rap bars was hard, you really need to grow up. You just plain Eminem, you ain't got no nuts, huh?
Oh, I didn't think he was gonna say it. No, that was so horrible. Even M has a line. But he was more clever with it. But he said something. It was on Evil Twin from 2013, March Mathers LP2. But I'm nuts. Who the F wants to play Eminem? You know, like. Whatever.
This shit about to get really dark on you. Get them dogs on you. The bark on you. Dog on you.
This is bad. No, actually, I'm starting to believe he might have wrote this.
As soon as you log on, you got them locked on you. Like the laws on you. As soon as your thoughts dawned on you. There's a problem on your hands now, cause I got it solved on you. Don't make me fucking call Benzino dog on you. I ain't really outside and this recluse need to get out.
Could have had a little bit more of an intimidating dog. That was a puppy.
I run the outdoors and I can vouch for anyone that been down I can account for. And how about your mine will finally be off of my neck with my hand squeezed around yours.
I gotta do my Duolingo. This wasn't as good as I remember.
And he has a restaurant and you got the food.
The first thing while you doing in the video is throw that motherfucker. You gonna fling it.
Entertainment.
It's gonna fling
man.
that. What else you gonna do?
Man.
You ain't gonna sit there and eat it and be like, oh, this shit good as a motherfucker.
So it was good.
It's fucked up though. Like, hold on, wait, let's get real. That shit
Come
is
on,
horrible.
man.
I don't know how they get away with selling that, bro.
You.
You're doing too much. I'm getting it. I'm getting it tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I hate driving downtown. It's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst experience. I hate driving anywhere where there's traffic. I couldn't live in New York. I couldn't live in Chicago. I couldn't do it. I hate driving downtown congested areas. Cannot stand it. Anyway, like, sub, all that good stuff. I'm just going to be sitting here recording video. So see ya. Let me find the button. Where's the button? Where's the button? All right.